Okay, here we go again. We're live again. Fun, I know, right? Alright, here we are. We're on X-Plane. We're in a BBJ. How does this look? This thing looks really good, doesn't it? So I decided to hop in a BBJ today on the ground in Smyrna. It's located in Nashville, Tennessee, right over next to Nashville. And yeah, so it's a towered airport. It's got two runways. And so today we're going to be flying this plane. So on a little bit of a schedule. So let's go and get started. So we'll go ahead and start by getting the battery and arming the emergency lights and accepting the ground power. Go ahead and get the pressure, and we're only going to need about we'll go ahead and load up 7,000 pounds of fuel. So we're going to go over here, go to customize configure, general config pounds and inches, and then we'll go to fuel, and we have way more than we need. So let's load up. You know what? Just to be safe, we'll load up 8,000. It's still going to be way more than we need. Payload, we're going to have 1,000 pounds of payload. Call the fuel truck. He's going to drain some of the fuel. Alright, the next thing we're going to do here is set those to nav so they will align. And we'll go ahead and continue to take care of the stuff on the overhead panel. So the next thing we need to do on the overhead panel
Slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Knots. E1 rotate. Lots of brain. $400. $1,000.
Okay, how long has my mic been muted for? That's a really good question. Have I just been talking this whole time and my mic's been muted? Why does this always happen to me? I don't know anyone else who has this kind of issues with their streaming. I mean, every time I stream, it's something else. Something new. And now it's showing I'm not even live on YouTube. Oh my god. If I'm not live, I am going to be pissed. My videos. Why does it always do this? Am I even live? My channel. Okay, I'm live. That's good. Started streaming 19 minutes ago. Okay. Well, at least... Okay. I'll give it this. At least you've been able to see the plane and everything. And now we have someone on Atlanta. So what are they landing? Atlanta Tower. Yeah, this kind of weird. This kind of stupid stuff always happens to me. I don't know why, but you know. there's really not that much I can do about it. So yeah, here's an outside view of the plane. As you can see, we do not have winglets on this 7.3. It's pretty cool looking. I really like this livery. It's you know, one of those liveries you can get for the Zibo, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if y'all been able to hear me this entire time or not. Turn those off. And we'll be setting standard altimeter soon. Not yet, but soon. I looked and I don't think implement. Yeah, there I am. I mean, I just departed and I'm already coming in on the chipper. So, it's definitely a short flight. I've seen people do it in the real world before, though. We'll go ahead and set standard altimeter. So what is it showing us arriving with? 5,600. I guess it's a good thing I loaded up that extra little bit of fuel. This is 2 flights now I've loaded up extra fuel for, and it really paid off. So maybe it's something I need to work into just my regular schedule, loading up extra fuel. This is one of these, this is definitely an up and down flight. You load the, like, look, we just took off and we're already going to descend in probably 80 miles. So as you can see here, it's definitely got the classic BBJ livery. You can see it's got the little tannish gray color scheme going on. Definitely what you would see on a business jet. Looks really good, and I believe we're flying over ortho scenery right now. I think we're still in Tennessee, or maybe over Alabama. I don't know how fast this thing's climbing. Okay, how close are we now? Yeah, this plane is definitely moving. Look at that. If I can find it. There we are. Look how fast we're moving. And switch that to the dark theme. I like the dark theme. I use it all on the regular Navigraph whenever it actually works. The good thing is the Abby tab is actually good, and you can link things to it. Alright, Mach 0.728. Yeah, there's really no point in going faster than that. I mean, this flight is... As you can see, we've been really climbing very quickly because it's a short flight by the time you get up to cruise. It's one of those kind of flights you'd do in a 7.3 if you just had more money than you know what to do with. I mean, there's no point in really flying this to the 7.3. I mean, you can complete this hop in a turboprop in probably 20 minutes. I've done it before in a Cessna 208 and a TBM. What I like about X-Plane is it saves your panel states and whatnot. So if you had like an issue with your last flight, that issue's still there, so you got to figure out how to fix it. As you probably saw in the last stream, I had a stuck engine valve that had been stuck for the previous flight. I flew from Charlotte to Detroit. I did not stream that one, but that is one of the issues I had, and I definitely had to fix it. So yeah, it looks like I'm streaming in 1080p 60, which is good. Happy that's actually working out. Luckily you guys can hear me. I'm gonna go ahead and go back and... Yep, looks like I didn't even have my, y'all couldn't even hear me at the beginning of the stream, so that's wonderful. I love it when OBS Studio takes it upon itself to mute my microphone, which it was not muted when I opened it. I can confirm. Alright, and we can go ahead and just set 13,000. So here's it at cruise. I'll go ahead and mute my mic now so you guys can hear it. I'm sure you can notice the difference between regular scenery and that ortho down there. That is definitely ortho. Definitely ortho down there, as you can see. It looks much more like the real world. If there weren't so many clouds, you guys would look super good. Unfortunately, you can't see it because of the cloud coverage, and the clouds look kind of crappy. But soon, I hope to open up the donation area on the streams. Maybe you guys can start donating, and I will start dedicating some streams to charities and whatnot. So I will put in the description which donation is for which. I will start kind of alternating streams, one for a charity of my choice, and some will be towards the explain experience of the streams. The next thing I hope to get for visual performance is probably X Vision, so everything will look just a lot better. The next plane I want to get is probably the A321. I've never really become an Airbus person. Airbus is a huge learning curve from Boeing. They are not alike in any way. They don't even look alike. The cockpit designs are completely different. Only Boeing, or the only Airbus that is semi-similar to the Boeing will be the A300 and the A310, only because they have a yoke. But other than that, there's really nothing else that's similar of the two. So I definitely have to say that Airbus will be a huge learning curve, but I honestly think it'll be worth it. The tallest A320 series is they have the A319, A320, A321. And maybe even getting the I&I builds, A300. That would be something super fun to learn. I mean, it would be nice to add to my FedEx fleet. I would also like to get the Axonos, or however you say it, the Memphis scenery, sometime soon, maybe. But you never know. I don't know. I really don't have my priorities straight when it comes to the order of I'd like to upgrade. The real next thing I'm gonna be getting for this is $20. It is the, I don't know why my frames are dipping into the shadow realm right now. What I was trying to say was the next thing I think I'm gonna. Nice. Nice. Alright, awesome. Obviously, I don't know how to fly planes because I programmed two 9000. I don't know why. Is it not pressurized? Because if I programmed it too high, that shouldn't cause a problem. I'll go ahead and mute the stream so you guys don't have to hear that. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, if that's just an error, I have errors off, so it shouldn't be doing that crap. Now that I look at it, it doesn't even look like my auto throttle's working. Nice, okay. It's going to be one of these kind of streams I'm probably going to end up having to delete because nothing works properly. So, last time I checked, that I set that at 25000, but it changed it to 29000. So, that's wonderful. I really wish this thing would shut up. I don't know how to make it be quiet, so. I mean, I've I've already done the horn cutout, but it just won't shut up for some reason, so. Well, this is going to be one of these. Oh, nice. That's what the problem is. It would have helped if I actually turned on the packs, you reckon? Okay, nice. I am a professional pilot. I'm gonna put the packs on high so they can kind of, catch up. That's wonderful. I love it when that happens. Nice. So, apparently, I don't know how to, like, yeah, this is just wonderful. Uh, this is why nobody watches my channel, because I don't know how to do anything. And whenever people do drop by, it happens to be at one of these kind of points in time where I'm being sped and mess up the airplane. I mean, the cabin out alarm won't shut up, but, you know. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I don't know. I've just messed up everything, and it just now decided to start going off. I don't understand that. I mean, there's no point in it doing this. Is there a way to make it shut up? I mean, I really wish it would. There we go. Okay. Now I've made it shut up. The horn cutout is off, and I'll just let it hurry up and catch up with the altitude. Um, I think that may be a failure though, because it was set at 290, which would have just. I really don't care anymore. I mean, I just really don't. So. Well, I hate that 90% of my streams end up this way. I mean, it's really just a waste of time at this point because now, I mean, I fly without streaming, and every time I do one of those flights, the flights go perfectly good and there's nothing wrong. But then whenever I stream, everything goes wrong, problems happen that's never happened before. It really, really, really gets on my nerves. There we go. So now it's pressurized now that I'm descending, which is wonderful. So we go ahead and do this. So we can just pretty much call this a failed flight of me being an idiot. I mean, I don't understand why in the electronic flight bag, if you set it to IN instead of HPA, it still has them all on HPA. You have to manually change it over. It's weird. What's the altimeter? Information Bravo. Viz approach on my 2-6 right. I'm taking the ILS because I feel like it. How's that visual approaches if it's scattered at 2,300? So the altimeter is where? 3015. Yep. Just another one of those days of me 100% knowing what I'm doing with my life.
1,000 to go.
And there's us leveling off there. I'll go ahead and arm my speed brakes. I don't think we'll need any speed brakes for the descent. And then after that, we will be going down to, what's the bottom here? 5,000. And set 5,000. So I don't know how you forget to turn on the packs, but you know, only me. I would be the only person who would forget to do that. That's one of those kind of things, if you were in the airplane, you wouldn't forget to do it. A, because you're trained, but B, you can actually feel that it's kind of warm. So, alright, there's something I want to try out, actually. So if you go to customize display variants, you can... I'm trying to figure out where it is. I don't remember where it is. Where is it? Alright, is it customize realism? No. General config? No, no, no. It's display and variants. Oh my god, I gotta try to figure out where it is. It's not in there. Realism? Nah. The visual effects. There it is. You can show the passengers. So I wanna try this out. So if I open up the door, are they gonna be like people back there? Okay, that's weird. They look like they're possessed too. Look at, oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna shut the door and pretend like I didn't see that. Jesus. Yeah, hide, please. Flight director helper. Imagine. So yeah, we're level at 13,000. We'll probably go ahead and descend down to... Well, what do we need to be? Where do we need to be is the good question. Alright, so Hydro, we could, in theory, just go down to 9, which I'm probably just going to go ahead and do now. We're going to go ahead and take it down to 9. That's what I was originally planning to do. So we're going to go vertical speed. There. And according to the chart, we got to be going 250. Let's go ahead and select our approach ref. We're going to go flaps 30. Program that. 131, so we'll go 135 at flaps 30. And that will be our final approach speed today. We'll be going auto brakes 2, which is not a problem. And we already have the tower frequency programmed in on the standby. So all that looks good. Flaps aren't out. We can go ahead and stow those. You know, we actually probably could just use them, considering we're going a decent amount over what we should be. So it'll help slow us down in the descent, and we will level off at the speed that we need to be at, hopefully, or somewhere around there. After this, I may do some VFR flying around Nashville, and the Torque Sim SR22. As you know, it's the not the torque sim, the Hold My Beer SR22. It's a freeware, but you would not believe it. It's really 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 good. I'll go ahead and stow those. It's yeah. I'll see if I want to stream it. I've never actually flown it,
That's
so
the
I
go.
don't know if I want to. There are some other payware planes, like little GA planes I have. I have a tail dragger Cessna 172, and I also have it. Also, it came with the. It was actually just the bush tire one, but it also came with the tail dragger variant. The tail dragger variant's a little bit harder to fly. Anyone here who's ever flown a tail dragger, it's a little bit more difficult to fly. Overall, it's pretty simple. It's just really the learning curve of, um, just figuring out the best angle to fly it, the best way to do everything with it. It's a, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. It's not really hard to fly. It's more so hard to land. Because if you put on the brakes too hard, it'll just flip forward. And if that happens, you may lose your propeller and you may lose your life. So you gotta like figure out how to brake it just the right way to keep it from flipping over. I'm sure those of you people who fly on MFS, yours that actually works, it's pretty fun. I could do a little bit of Microsoft Flight Sim flying, but I don't really trust it enough to where it's like actually gonna stay open. I'll go ahead and descend down to 6,000. I don't know when this guy wants me to contact him, so I'll just. I mean, some airports are weird. I mean, some you'd stay with the tower controller for like 15 miles. Some of them it's sent like over here in Memphis. You send them over to approach as soon as they get airborne. I mean, as soon as you see them climbing out, contact approach or departure, whatever you want to say. If I'm here, here's a little tip. If you're ever flying with me, you're gonna want to use that handle right there. Now, the reason that I'm trying to, okay, I'm not gonna go into it. Let's just go ahead and brake the plane even more. Let's go ahead and set those to continuous ignition. So how much fuel have we burned? We haven't burned that much, have we? No, we haven't even burned as much as it said we were. So we could actually fly an RNP approach if we switch to, holy moly, there's a lot of planes on the ground. So we should have ortho whenever we land. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, because I don't know when we're going to break out of the clouds.
That's the go.
So let's see. It's saying we're going to break out at 2300. Oh, wow. They've just changed the ATIS again. And it's still saying visuals. And okay, yeah, the weather's getting better. Alright, so the altimeter is what? 3015. Stow those. Arm them. 3015. Which it's the same, so we can go ahead and leave that. Have we already passed the field? No, it's right there. Go ahead and descend and maintain 4,000, and then we'll begin vectoring ourselves at 4,000. Pull those out. Go ahead and slow to 240 it, and once we get to 240, we can drop the flaps down to 1. And I'll wait until he sends any contact me for me to even go over to his frequency. 240 is pretty much right when you can drop your flaps down to 1. Anywhere above that, you're going to get an overspeed alarm. It's kind of the same between the 7.5 and the 7.3, the speed you can drop your flaps out. Yeah, I think we're going to break out here in just a second. Looks like it says we're breaking out at 3,200. We'll find out for sure here in just a second. Alright, we will stay at this altitude. Alright, we are going to be in the clouds momentarily. Alright, here comes flaps 1. And here's an outside view of the BBJ, the Boeing business jet, and as you can see, we're kind of just flying through the clouds here. Actually, it looks like we're just in a little bit of a gap between the two layers. And it looks, yeah, you can't really tell, but it kind of looks like we're just in a little gap there. Our turn, we'll go ahead and get set up for our vector. Looks like we're going to be turning, I'll do that, doesn't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and double check our VREF speeds. It's going to be, as you can see right there, it's going to be 30, I was going to say 30 knots at 131 degree flaps. Nah, 131 knots, we'll go 135, 30 flaps. But what's funny here is if you go there, alright, normally it'll be like 135 will be the flap setting up. It's stupid. I do takeoff plus 15 and landing plus 5. But if it's like kind of just, if it's decent weather, I'll just do like plus 4 or whatever I feel comfortable doing. And I can adjust it once I get on final. Like if I'm like, hey, this isn't performing the way I want it to, it's looking kind of weird, I'll adjust it according to what it needs to be, in my opinion. It's my plane, my control. I am the captain. You may not want me to be your captain. I may not even want to be the captain, but I am the captain. So yeah, it looks like we're now no longer in a little break, but actually flying through the clouds themselves. I think we can go ahead and start. I don't know when the tower wants us to start talking to him. So this will be okay. So we'll intercept Haynes. I would like to intercept over Haynes. I mean, we're at 4,000. I just don't want. Yeah, I want to be able to. Okay, we got a guy over there. I'm gonna go ahead and tune over to tower and just listen.
Runway 28. Are you just doing a full stop on the runway, or are you gonna park at the GA ramp?
Oh Lord, dang it!
We'd like to do a full stop and then taxi back to 28 for a full length departure for touch and goes 180.
Roger, River 180, wind 200 at 10.16, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28, 180.
November 62 Delta Papa, you ready to go, sir?
There we go.
Here, 2 Delta Papa, affirmative.
November 62 Delta Papa, fly heading 295, runway 2 left, clear, takeoff.
Fly heading 295, 26 left, clear for takeoff, 2 Delta Papa.
Atlanta Tower, hello, Boeing 567. We're turning right to join the localizer for the ILS 26 right.
Boeing 657, good afternoon, Atlanta Tower. Wind 200 at 10 gust 16. You're clear to land, sir.
Alright, runway 26 right, clear to land, Boeing 567. There's flaps 5. And there's approach mode. Alright, let's go ahead and double check, make sure everything's set properly. Yeah.
Air 62 Delta Papa, unfortunately departure is offline. Advisory frequency change is approved. Have a great flight.
Hey, Tower, 2 Delta Papa, appreciate it. Thanks for all the work, and you have a good day.
You too, sir. Thanks for flying Atlanta.
And there's a localizer.
November 180, when able, exit right. And just give me a shout back, holding short of runway 28 when you're ready to go. ahead.
Glen Tower, good morning, Delta 3049, looking to pick up IFR to Cancun with information Charlie.
Delta 3049, can you do me a favor, sir? It shows that you filed a flight plan for VFR.
Okay, that should be fixed for Delta 3049.
Delta 3049, I have that clearance for advisory copy.
Ready, copy.
Here we are.
Delta 3049.
Picking up the glide now.
Delta 3049, you are cleared via the bank to departure lock transition that I've filed on the maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure is offline, block 7203, 7203.
Copy that, Delta 3049 is cleared to Cancun via the bank to lucky transition that has filed. Will climb 10,000, expect 35010 minutes after departure. Departure is offline, 7203.
Delta 3049, read back correct. Push to start your discretion. You can expect runway 27 right, close back.
Why does this kid have like a baby crying in the background?
Right, Delta 3049.
There's Ortho. It is. Alright, we'll go ahead and reduce to 135.
2,500.
There's flaps 30.
Atlanta Tower, American 2601 is going to be inbound on the ILS 27 left.
American 2601, sir, I think you're still far out. I don't think you want to go yet. Give me a call about a 10 mile final.
That's 10 mile final. We'll be at right to 1 here on a 10 mile final. American 2601.
You either got your, this is how Atlanta works. You either got your mic halfway down your esophagus or you got some 6-year-old crying in the background.
November 180, same pitch as you still find the pattern.
Yeah,
A lot of people fly the pattern out of Atlanta. I don't understand that. That's why they have Peachtree.
November 180, roger. Make left traffic. Runway 28.
And here's ortho scenery in Atlanta. It looks pretty good. And there's Atlanta up there, as you can see by all the
November 180,
airplanes
business
and
for report
whatnot.
is still down with kind of.
And we're reporting the field down with camera out right here.
We got building or something over there? Yeah, it is. This is FedEx or RegX. RegX. My plane doing? Wind shear. Not gonna lie, low-key seems like a unstable approach. I said what, RegX? I mean, I can't see it because my plane's having an autism attack right now. It's like super windy. I'm gonna fly this up to the last second on the autopilot because I don't want to lose it. I mean, look how windy it is. It's blowing this plane all over the place. Holy crap, I'm deviating from the runway because of this wind. It's gusting to 19. No, it was gusting to 19 earlier. It was gusting to 15. So now it's
500.
20010 gust to 16.
400. 300.
Alright, I have the auto throttle. Well, I have the throttles now, so it's no longer in auto throttle.
200.
So now the autopilot's off. That's my airplane. You gotta love how it goes from being a perfect approach to me
100.
disengaging the autopilot, and it looks like this.
50. 40. 30, 20, 10.
Yep, I'm gonna need to have that rudder ready. Here it comes. Rip. Yeah, there it is. There's one. There's two.
Eighty knots.
Okay, let's exit right. We have a second. I don't want to be one of those kind of idiots who stops on the runway. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going.
Boeing 567, welcome to Atlanta. When able, exit left. Hold short, runway 26 left at
Nice.
Bravo 2.
And Boeing 567, we exited right. We're looking to take it to, I think there's a GA ramp over here. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. That's my fault. Then exit right when able, and taxi to the ramp via Alpha. Have a good day.
All right, ramp via Alpha, and we will have a great day. Appreciate you being online, Boeing 567.
180, the beam numbers for Q8.
All right.
River 180, wind 200 at 10, gust 16,
We're
runway
good. And
28,
pop
clear for
that
the
back
op.
up.
Clear for the option Q8 180.
Atlanta Tower, American Airlines 2601. I believe you're on a 10-mile short final. 10
This
mile
dude just said
final
10 mile
or
short
2
final. Okay. That makes sense. 10 mile short final.
American 2601, I see you now, sir. Wind 200 at 10, gust 16, runway 27 left, clear the land.
Runway 27 left, clear land. American 2601.
We're going to park straight ahead here on this ramp if my plane will get its crap together. And we'll chill here with the engines on for a second while we wait on the APU to start.
Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. Delta 2167 here with you, looking to copy the IFR in Miami. We've got Charlie on board.
Delta 2167, good afternoon, Atlanta Tower. You are clear to Miami via the bank 2 departure luck transition then as filed. Time to maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after
And here's
departure.
both the engines
Departure's offline, squawk
going off.
7246, 7246.
7246 in the box, 2167.
Delta 2167, squawk reach correct. Push and start your discretion. You can expect runway 27 right, color to taxi.
27 right, we'll give you a call ready for taxi, 2167.
So the engines are now coming off. The next thing we're going to do here is kill the packs, turn that on, dual bleed, who cares, trim air off, turn those, actually we'll leave the propede on. And nice, it looks like it just maybe started raining IRL, I have no clue. Alright, next thing we do, kill those, yaw damper off, turn these guys off, and we'll get a low pressure, turn those off, and we will turn these guys off. It'll let me. Alright, so that was our flight, me being stupid half the time. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Now I'm going to go try to do some VFR free flight out of Smyrna, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, anywhere over